Hi, have you ever gone through something so terrible that you question why me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? I honestly have asked this question so many times in my life, so much more than I care to count. Today I would like to share with you how one of the darkest times in my life led me straight to God. Hi, I'm Robyn-Lee, and I recently started this platform, Robyn-Lee Rooted and Rising. The purpose of that is to reach out to as many people as possible who might be going through a difficult time or have gone through something where they felt completely alone, where they've questioned their faith, where they've questioned why me. And I'd like to come and talk to you regularly and just remind you that it does get better, and no matter how dark the day is, there's always light. I'm going to give you some highlights into my journey and what I will be discussing on this platform, so you know what you're in for. The main focus of my talks will be that I was in a car accident when I was grade 8. I was 14 years old, and unfortunately I lost 85% of the sight in my left eye. At that point, the doctors told me there's nothing they can do. Doing surgery, brain damage is more realistic than most success possibilities. And I wasn't ready to take the risk, and neither was my parents. So then about 2 years later, I woke up one morning and I was completely blind. For 2 weeks. This was probably one of the most darkest times of my life, and I definitely questioned why me, probably 1,000 times in those 2 weeks. That was really hard, and by God's grace and a miracle alone, my eyesight came back. I also unfortunately suffered 3 miscarriages. That is a very real reality for a lot of women, and a very, very painful, very difficult topic to talk about. I only recently made peace with that one. I got cancer at 19, and again, God's grace alone, I am cancer-free 12 years this year. And the other big topic that we will be touching on is my marriage. I was married for a very short period, but in that period a lot of things happened. It was an abusive marriage. It's not an easy topic to talk about because I do have a child out of that marriage, and I know it's sensitive for a lot of people, but I'd like to talk about it because I feel, not aimed at the person that I was in a marriage with. We were both young, we were both stupid, but that's why I want to talk about it, because we tend to excuse people's behaviors very quickly, and that's something I was taught in my life. You just smile and everything is okay, and we just move on. And you know what? It's not. I smiled and pretended everything was okay for a very long time, to the point where I will, when we touch that topic, I will show you images and you will go, whoa, I look like a skeleton. So my body told me enough, no more, we cannot do this anymore. So getting divorced also pushed me away from my faith, because I felt like I made a promise to God and I'm breaking that promise. I said for better or worse, but I could not take it anymore. There was a lot more going on, and we'll touch on that in the future. So yeah, that is just in short my journey that I will be discussing on this platform. I have definitely learned that no matter how dark the night or the day gets, how dark your situation gets, there's always something to be grateful for. And it took me a very long time to make that mind shift. I've been like up and down, up and down. So when I was younger, with the going blind, I definitely reached out to God, and I walked a very close path to God. and then I got married, and kind of pulled away. With the third miscarriage, I was like, why me? Why would you take a third baby from me? That it doesn't make any sense to me. What did I do wrong? So that also pushed me far away from my faith, to the point where I'm only now in the last, I'd say, year, coming back to my journey with God. And also why I want this platform faith-based, because I feel this is a place where I can show that no matter how dark it got, God never left me. I was never alone. Looking back, I can see the million things I can say thank you for every day. So yeah, if my journey resonates with you, if this is a journey you want to join me on, you can subscribe, and I will be posting here regularly. Welcome to engage, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.